I was shopping with my pregnant wife Sarah when a woman, call her Karen, slapped her across the face for no reason. She didn't know I was recording every second of her meltdown. I'm Mike Thompson, 35, a software engineer who moonlights as a vlogger, and this is the day an HOA tyrant named Karen Wilson turned our mall trip into a viral vendetta. Buckle up because this story's got more spice than a food court taco. It's a sunny Saturday in 2025, and we're at Springfield Mall, Ohio, a sprawling shrine to clearance racks and overpriced coffee. Sarah, 7 months pregnant and glowing like she's powered by sunshine, is on a quest for baby clothes. She's holding up a onesie with tiny spaceships, debating if our kid's destined for NASA or just nap time. I'm trailing her, vlogging for my tiny YouTube audience who endure my tech tirades and Sarah's smoothie tips. My phone's on a selfie stick, capturing her cooing over socks so small they could fit a hamster. It's wholesome, until it's not. Cue Karen Wilson, a middle-aged menace who probably fines neighbors for unapproved mailbox colors. She's at the customer service desk, waving a blouse that looks like it was attacked by a lawnmower. "This is unacceptable," she screeches, her voice rattling the mall's skylights. The clerk, a kid named Ethan who's barely old enough to drive, is shrinking under her assault. Karen's purse, a leather tank that could double as a battering ram, swings as she demands a refund, a manager, and maybe the moon. Shoppers are gawking, some snickering, others pretending to browse hats. My vlog's rolling and I'm thinking this is gold. Sarah, ever the diplomat, decides to intervene. She's got a knack for soothing storms, honed from years of wrangling kids and colleagues. She waddles over, hand on her belly, and says, "Mom, if you lower your voice a bit, they might help you faster." It's so gentle, you'd think she's offering Karen a hug. I'm behind her, vlogging, grinning like, "Go, babe, tame the beast." The crowd's watching, expecting a quick de-escalation. Wrong. Karen's about to go full Godzilla on this mall. She whips around, eyes blazing like she's caught Sarah stealing her HOA throne. "How dare you interfere?" she hisses, her perm quivering with fury. Sarah, unflappable, tries again. "I just meant." That's when it happens. Slap, Karen's hand rockets forward, smacking Sarah's cheek with a crack that stops them all dead. Sarah stumbles, hand to her face, eyes wide with shock. The crowd inhales like they've been sucker punched. A teen drops his soda, splashing cola across the floor. My heart skips, but my phone keeps recording, catching Karen's smug sneer like she's just won a cage match. I'm frozen for a nanosecond, brain screaming, "This psycho just hit my wife!" Karen adjusts her purse, muttering, "Maybe now you'll mind your own business." "Oh, Karen, you've just lit a fuse you can't snuff out." I rush to Sarah, checking her face. A red welt's forming, but she's tougher than she looks. "You okay?" I ask, voice low. She nods, whispering, "I'm fine, Mike. Just, what was that?" The crowd's buzzing, phones out, filming Karen's one-woman disaster flick. I'm a coder, not a boxer, but mess with Sarah. You're about to meet my inner vigilante. I face Karen, keeping my voice steady but loud. "Mom, you just assaulted my pregnant wife. Apologize, or you're done." Karen laughs, a cackle that'd make a witch jealous, and waves her a badge. Yes, a badge, like she's the mayor of Lawnville. "Don't threaten me," she says. She provoked me. Provoked. Sarah's as threatening as a kitten with a yarn ball. The crowd's muttering, a guy in a flannel shirt scoffing, "Provoked. She's pregnant." My vlog's capturing every word, every glare, and the cola-soaked floor for extra flair. Here's where the revenge brews. My phone's got the slap in 4K, and Ohio's one-party consent law means this footage is as legit as a bald eagle. Karen's clueless she's just cast herself as the villain in a viral blockbuster. I lean closer, smirking just enough to rattle her. "Say cheese, Karen. You're the star of my vlog." Her eyes dart to my phone, and she hesitates, but Karen's not one to retreat. "That's illegal!" she shrieks, lunging for the selfie stick. I'm 6'2". She's not, so I hold it high, dodging like I'm in a slapstick comedy. "Not in Ohio, Ma'am, better check the law after you check your temper. The crowd's eating it up, phones flashing like paparazzi. Karen's purse nearly topples a rack of scarves as she flails. I'm dialing mall security on speaker, keeping my vlog rolling. Ever dealt with someone who thinks they own the world? I say to the camera, winking like I'm hosting a roast. Share your Karen stories in the comments. Watching on phone, TV, laptop. Tell me where you're from. Sarah shoots me a look. Really, Mike? But I'm locked in, balancing fury with finesse. Karen's about to learn that slapping a pregnant woman in front of a vlogger is a one-way ticket to Regret City. I glance at Sarah, steady despite the sting, and feel a fire ignite. This isn't just about a slap. It's about showing bullies their crowns made of paper. My phone's got the evidence, the crowd's my witness, and Karen's got no idea she's just stepped into the fight of her life. When a slap echoes, who steps up? In this case, it's me, Mike Thompson, software engineer turned impromptu justice warrior, standing in the Springfield Mall with my pregnant wife, Sarah, who's just been smacked by Karen Wilson, the AOA's answer to a human tornado. My phone's still recording, capturing every second of this suburban showdown, and I'm about to show Karen that her entitlement doesn't come with diplomatic immunity. The crowd's buzzing, phones out like it's a rock concert, and I'm trying to keep my cool while my blood boils hotter than a server room in July. Sarah's shaken, her cheek still red from Karen's handiwork, but she's tough, 7 months pregnant and calmer than I am. I'm at her side, one arm around her, whispering, "You sure you're okay?" She nods, squeezing my hand, but her eyes are wide, like she's processing the fact that someone just turned a baby, clothes shopping trip into a WWE match. The mall's fluorescent lights hum overhead, casting a harsh glow on Karen, who's standing by the customer service desk, purse clutched like a shield, looking smug as if she's just won an argument with gravity. I turn to Karen, keeping my voice steady but loud enough for the crowd. "You're gonna apologize to my wife. Now." It's not a request, it's a line in the sand. Karen scoffs, her laugh like a hyena choking on a hairball. "Apologize, she provoked me," she declares, pointing at Sarah like she's accusing her of stealing the Declaration of Independence. "She butted into MY business!" The crowd murmurs, some shaking their heads, others filming with the glee of people who know this is going viral. Karen's doubling down, and I'm thinking, "Lady, you're digging a hole so deep you'll hit China." The clerk, a kid named Tim according to his name tag, looks like he wants to crawl under the desk. Karen's still waving her Echo badge, because apparently that's her superpower, and starts lecturing me. "Young man," she says like I'm a naughty toddler, "you need to learn respect for your elders." I'm 35, not 12, and the irony's thicker than her foundation. I bite back a laugh, thinking, "Lady, you're not even the boss of your own temper." Instead, I say, "Respect. You just slapped a pregnant woman. That's not respect. That's a rap sheet." That's when mall security rolls up, a guy named Dave who's maybe 19, with a walkie-talkie and a mustache that's trying too hard. Dave's clearly out of his depth, like a goldfish facing a shark. Karen smells weakness and pounces. Finally, "Someone competent!" she barks, smoothing her hair. "This couple harassed me!" I want them escorted out. She's gesturing at us like we're shoplifters, and Dave's eyes dart between her, Sarah's pregnant belly, and the crowd's phones. He's sweating bullets, probably regretting not calling in sick. I'm staying calm, because I've got an ace my video. My phone's still rolling, and I know it's captured Karen's slap in glorious 4K, plus her post-slap monologue about provocation. Ohio's one-party consent law means this footage is as legal as a bald eagle, and I'm itching to play it. But first, I let Karen dig deeper. She's now telling Dave she knows the mall owner and can get him fired. Dave's mustache twitches, and I'm pretty sure he's picturing his resume in the trash. The crowd's loving it, whispering bets on whether Karen's bluffing or just delusional. Sarah tugs my sleeve, murmuring, "Mike, don't escalate." She's right. Escalating's Karen's game. I'm playing chess, not checkers. I lean down, kiss her forehead and whisper, "Trust me, babe. This is under control." Then I pull out my second phone. Yeah, I'm that guy with a backup. And discreetly dial the police, keeping the call on speaker just loud enough for the crowd to hear. Springfield PD. On the line. Karen doesn't notice, too busy lecturing Dave about her rights as a respected community member. Here's where the satire kicks in. Karen's acting like she's the mayor of Malville, waving her purse like it's a scepter. "I'm on the HO board," she proclaims, as if that's a get-out-of-jail-free card. I can't help it. I smirk and say to the crowd, "What's next, Karen? You gonna fine them all for bad lighting?" A few people chuckle and Karen's face goes tomato red. She points at me, screeching, "You're mocking me." Guilty as charged, but I'm also recording, and every word she spews is another nail in her coffin. Dave finally finds his voice and asks, "Mom, did you hit someone?" Karen sputters, "She provoked me?" "It was self-defense." Self-defense. Against a pregnant woman holding a duck onesie. The crowd's not buying it, and neither is Dave, but he's still hesitating, probably because Karen's threatening to call his boss. That's my cue. I step forward, holding my phone like it's Excalibur. "Dave, you might want to see this," I say, keeping my tone casual but firm. I rewind the video, making sure Karen's in my peripheral vision. Her eyes narrow as I hit play, the audio blaring. Sarah's polite, "Maybe if you lower your voice," followed by Karen's "How dare you!" and the unmistakable slap. The crowd gasps again, and Dave's jaw drops like he's watching a plot twist in a Tarantino flick. Karen's smugness evaporates, replaced by a look I can only describe as, "Oh crap." She lunges for my phone, but I'm 6'2", and she's not, so I hold it high, saying, "Careful, Karen. Assault's bad enough. Don't add theft to the list." The crowd's eating this up, phone's still rolling, and I'm feeling like a low-budget superhero. "This video's going to the cloud, not your clutches," I quip, and a guy in a Reds cap snorts so loud he chokes on his soda. Karen's now yelling about illegal recordings, but I'm ready for that too. "Ohio's one-party consent, ma'am," I say loud and clear. "Look it up, after you apologize." She doesn't, of course. Instead, she tries to spin it, claiming Sarah lunged at her first. The crowd's laughter says it all. Karen's story's flimsier than her blouse. The police are on their way, and I'm keeping Sarah close, making sure she's steady. She's still shaken, but gives me a small smile, like she's proud I'm handling this without throwing punches. I'm not that guy. I'm the guy who knows a viral video and a solid lawyer can hit harder than a fist. Karen's still ranting, but the crowd's turning on her, muttering things like, "Entitled much," and "Who slaps a pregnant lady?" I glance at my phone, still recording, and think, "Karen, you've just booked a one-way ticket to internet infamy." I look at Sarah, then at the camera, and say, "Ever dealt with a Karen? Drop your stories in the comments. Where are you watching from? Phone, TV, laptop? Let's hear it." Karen's meltdown's just the beginning, and I'm ready to see this through, one frame at a time. Karen's about to learn she's not the star of this show. Here I am, Mike Thompson, still in the Springfield Mall, my pregnant wife Sarah by my side, her cheek still stinging from Karen Wilson's OA-fueled slap. My phone's been recording this whole circus, capturing every second of Karen's meltdown in glorious 4K, and I'm holding it like it's the One Ring, ready to ruin her entitled empire. The crowd's buzzing, their phones out like we're at a Beyoncé concert, and mall security guard Dave's sweating through his mustache, caught between Karen's bluster and my calm, vengeful smirk. The police are en route, and I'm about to drop the hammer. Karen's still at it, waving her leather purse like she's conducting a symphony of bad decisions.
"This is outrageous!"
she shrieks, pointing at me and Sarah.
"These people harassed me!"
"I'm a respected HOA member." Respect. "Lady, you just slapped a pregnant woman over a polite suggestion." The crowd's muttering, some chuckling, others filming with the glee of people who know this is TikTok gold. Dave, the security guard, is faltering, his walkie-talkie crackling as Karen claims she knows the mall owner and can have him fired. Poor Dave looks like he's regretting every life choice that led to this moment. I'm keeping Sarah close, her hand in mine, making sure she's steady. She's shaken but composed, whispering, "Mike, don't let her get away with this." "Oh babe, Karen's got about as much chance of escaping as a cat in a Roomba convention. My video's the ace up my sleeve, and I'm ready to play it." But first, I let Karen keep digging. She's now lecturing Dave about her rights, claiming Sarah provoked her by butting in. The crowd's not buying it. One guy in a Bengals jersey mutters, "Provoked? She's pregnant, not a linebacker." I'm biting back a laugh thinking, "Karen, your script's flimsier than that blouse you're returning." Dave finally musters some courage and asks, "Mom, can you explain what happened?" Karen puffs up, ready to spin her tale, but I'm done waiting. I step forward, holding my phone like it's a loaded grenade. "Dave," I say loud enough for the crowd, "you need to see this." I hit play, cranking the volume so everyone hears Sarah's polite, "Maybe if you lower your voice," followed by Karen's, "How dare you?" and the unmistakable slap. The audio's crisp, the video's clear, and the crowd gasps like they're watching a plot twist in a Scorsese flick. Dave's jaw drops, his mustache practically curling in shock. Karen's smug facade cracks. Her eyes dart to my phone, and for a split second, she looks like a deer caught in headlights. If that deer had a perm and a vendetta against common decency. "That's ILJL!" she screeches, lunging for my phone like a toddler chasing a balloon. I'm 6'2", she's not, so I hold it high, dodging her flailing arms. "Not in Ohio, it's not," I say, grinning just enough to twist the knife. "One, party consent, ma'am. This video's as legal as your HOA fines." The crowd roars, a woman in yoga pants yelling, "Get her!" Karen's purse swings wildly, nearly knocking over a display of sunglasses. The chaos is peak Karen, and I'm loving every second. I keep the video playing, looping the slap for emphasis. Sarah's polite voice, Karen's banshee scream, the crack of her hand. It's a symphony of justice. Dave's radioing for backup, his voice shaky but firm. "We've got an assault on video," he says, and I can practically hear his confidence growing. Karen overhears and panics, her face turning the color of a bad merlot. "Delete that now," she demands, trying to grab my phone again. I step back, holding it higher, and quip, "This video's going to the cloud, not your clutches." The crowd laughs, a kid with a slushie snorting so hard he sprays blue juice on his sneakers. The humor's sharp now because Karen's unraveling like a cheap sweater. She's yelling about slander and invasion of privacy. But I'm ready with facts. Public place, no expectation of privacy. I say loud and clear, like I'm teaching a civics class. Ohio Revised Code, look it up. I'm no lawyer, but I've got Google and a grudge, and that's enough. The crowd's eating it up, phones still rolling, capturing Karen's meltdown from every angle. It's like a citizen paparazzi, and I'm the director of this revenge flick. Sarah's watching, her hand on her belly, giving me a small nod like she's proud I'm keeping it together. I lean down, whispering, "We've got her." She smiles, but her eyes are still wary, and I feel a surge of protectiveness. This isn't just about Karen. It's about making sure no one else thinks they can pull this crap. I glance at the camera, breaking the fourth wall again. Ever seen someone think they're above the law? Drop your Karen stories in the comments. Where you at? Phone, TV, laptop.
Tell me your time zone.
Karen's now trying to intimidate Dave, claiming she'll sue them all if he doesn't handle me. Dave's not falling for it anymore, his backup arriving. 2 more guards who look like they bench press vending machines. They flank Dave, and he points at my phone. "Show 'em," he says, and I replay the video for the new guys. Their eyes widen, one muttering, "Holy crap." Karen's voice cracks as she tries to interrupt. "That's edited. It's fake." "Oh, Karen, you wish." The timestamp's right there, and the crowd's witness videos are backing me up. The police sirens wail in the distance, and Karen's desperation hits fever pitch. She's shouting about her reputation, and how she's not a criminal. I can't resist one more jab. "Lady, you slapped a pregnant woman in front of a crowd. Your reputation's trending for all the wrong reasons." The crowd laughs again, and Karen's face is a masterpiece of rage and regret. I hand my phone to Dave, letting him hold it as evidence, but not before syncing the video to my cloud. No way I'm letting this footage vanish. The cops pull into the parking lot, and I feel a rush of satisfaction. Karen's about to face reality, and I've got the evidence to make it stick. Sarah squeezes my hand, and I look at her, thinking this is for you and our kid. The crowd's still filming, the mall's a circus, and I'm ready for the next act. Karen's not the star. She's the villain, and I'm the guy with the camera who's about to rewrite her story. Handcuffs look good on entitlement. I'm Mike Thompson standing in the Springfield Mall, my pregnant wife Sarah by my side, her cheeks still red from Karen Wilson's unhinged slap. My phone's been rolling this whole time, capturing the HOA Queen's meltdown in crystal clear 4K, and I've just shown the footage to mall security guard Dave and his backup, who are now staring at Karen like she's a glitch in the Matrix. The police are pulling into the lot, sirens wailing, and the crowd's buzzing with phones out, filming what's about to be Karen's worst day since her OA-banned inflatable Santas. I'm calm, but inside, I'm doing a victory dance, because justice is about to slap back. Karen's unraveling faster than a knockoff purse. She's still clutching her leather monstrosity, waving it like it's a magic wand that'll make this go away. "This is a setup," she shrieks, pointing at me and Sarah. "They provoke me." "That woman attacked me first." Attacked. Sarah's 7 months pregnant, holding a duck onesie, and has the aggression of a sleepy koala. The crowd's not buying it. One lady in a tracksuit snorts. "Yeah, right. She attacked you with politeness." Karen's face is a shade of red that'd make a fire truck jealous, and I'm biting back a grin, thinking, keep talking, Karen. My cloud's got plenty of storage. The cops stride in, 2 officers with the no-nonsense vibe of people who've seen it all. Officer Rodriguez, a stocky guy with a buzz cut, takes the lead while his partner, Officer Chen, scans the crowd. Dave, the security guard, steps up, mustache twitching with newfound confidence. "We've got video of an assault," he says, handing my phone to Rodriguez. I nod, keeping Sarah close, her hand gripping mine. She's steady but shaken, and I'm torn between wanting to hug her and wanting to watch Karen's empire of entitlement crumble. Rodriguez plays the video, and the mall's fluorescent hum is drowned out by the audio. Sarah's soft, "Maybe if you lower your voice,"
"Karen's how dare you?"
and the slap that echoes like a gunshot. The officers' faces harden, and Rodriguez glances at Karen, who's now trying to shrink into her purse. "Mom," he says, voice flat, care to explain. Karen's desperation kicks into overdrive. "That's edited," she cries.
"She lunged at me. I was defending myself."
Chen raises an eyebrow, looking at Sarah's pregnant belly, then back at Karen. Self-defense against a pregnant woman. The crowd laughs, a kid with a Pritzl yelling, "Busted." I step forward, keeping my tone even. I've got the full unedited video, officers. Timestamped, synced to the cloud, and backed up by half the mall's phones. I gesture to the crowd, still filming like they're documenting the moon landing. Rodriguez nods, impressed, and Chen takes statements from a few witnesses. A guy in a Reds cap, the tracksuit lady, who confirm Karen's the only one throwing hands. Karen's now yelling about her rights, and how she's not a criminal. I can't resist. "Lady," I say, loud enough for the crowd, "you slapped my wife in front of a crowd. That's not a crime, it's a career ender." The satire's thick now, because Karen's acting like she's auditioning for entitled Housewives of Ohio. She drops her HOA badge into the mix, proclaiming, "I'm a respected community member." Rodriguez deadpans, "Not today, ma'am," and the crowd erupts in cheers. It's the kind of line that deserves its own meme, and I'm mentally captioning it already. Chen pulls out handcuffs and Karen's eyes widen like she's just seen her property taxes. "You can't arrest me," she wails. "I'll sue everyone. The mall, the police, that couple." Rodriguez sighs, like he's heard this script before. "Mom, you're under arrest for battery. You can call your lawyer from the station." As Chen cuffs her, Karen's meltdown hits Oscar-worthy levels. Her purse falls, spilling lipsticks and a keychain that says, "Boss Lady," and she's shouting about how she'll have their badges. The crowd's loving it, phones capturing every flail. I lean down to Sarah, whispering, "This is better than Netflix." She manages a small smile, rubbing her belly, and I feel a surge of relief. She's okay, and Karen's not. I glance at the camera, breaking the fourth wall. Ever seen entitlement get cuffed? Drop your stories in the comments. Phone, TV, laptop, where you watching from? Sarah gives her statement, her voice steady as she describes the slap and Karen's rant. Rodriguez listens, jotting notes, and compliments her composure. "You're handling this like a pro," he says, and I'm bursting with pride. Sarah's the real hero here, keeping it together while I play vigilante vlogger. I hand over my phone's video file, already emailed to myself and my lawyer cousin, because I'm not risking a lost evidence plot twist. The officers watch the footage again, Chen shaking her head. "Clear as day," she mutters. Karen's still protesting, but her voice is losing steam like a deflating balloon. The cops lead Karen out, her wrists cuffed, her perm wilting under the mall's harsh lights. The crowd parts like the Red Sea, some clapping, others filming her walk of shame. A teen with a skateboard yells, "Karen's canceled." And I'm thinking, kid, you're not wrong. I'm a mix of relief and anger. Relief that Sarah's safe. Anger that Karen thought she could get away with this. I vow to see this through, not just for us but for every poor soul who's faced a Karen and didn't have a camera. As the officers load Karen into the squad car, she's still shouting about lawsuits and her reputation. I mutter to Sarah, her reputation's about to be a cautionary tale. She squeezes my hand, and I feel the weight of what's happened. This isn't just a viral moment. It's personal. I look at the crowd, still buzzing, and think about the bigger picture. Karen's not just a person. She's a symbol of every entitled bully who thinks they're untouchable. My video's the slingshot, and I'm David taking down Goliath. I turn to the camera one last time. What's the most entitled thing you've seen? Share below. Where you at, Ohio, Cali, or halfway across the globe? Let's hear it. The mall's settling down, but my heart's still racing. Karen's in cuffs, Sarah's safe, and I've got evidence that'll make sure this sticks. The police drive off, and I know this is far from over. Karen's about to learn that actions have consequences, and I'm the guy with the footage to prove it. When a video goes viral, Karen's world shrinks. I'm Mike Thompson, back in the aftermath of the Springfield Mall showdown, where Karen Wilson, Echela dictator and slap-happy menace, just got cuffed for smacking my pregnant wife Sarah. My phone's 4K footage of her meltdown is safely in the cloud and with the police, and the crowd's still buzzing, their phones having captured Karen's walk of shame like it's the season finale of Entitled and Arrested. Sarah's safe, her cheek no longer red but her spirit unshaken, and I'm feeling like a low-budget superhero who just landed a critical hit. But this story's not over. It's about to blow up bigger than Karen's ego. Back home, Sarah's curled up on the couch, sipping chamomile tea, her hand on her belly where our daughter's probably practicing karate. I'm itching to do something with the video, not just for us but for every poor soul who's ever dodged a Karen's purse swing. You sure about this? Sarah asks, her teacher's caution kicking in. Once it's online, it's forever. I grin, kissing her forehead. Babe, Karen made it forever when she slapped you. I'm just the messenger. She nods, trusting me, and I fire up my laptop, editing the footage with the precision of a coder debugging a million-line program. I trim the video to the essentials: Sarah's polite suggestion, Karen's banshee screech, the slap, and her post-slap rant about provocation. I add a cheeky caption: "Meet slap happy Karen Choa queen, manners not included," and upload it to every platform I've got: YouTube, X, even that sketchy video app my cousin swears by. I hit post at 8 p.m., expecting a few likes from my 5 loyal followers. By 9 p.m., it's got 10,000 views. By midnight, it's at 100,000 with comments flooding in like a digital tsunami. Karen's done. Protect Sarah at all costs. This is why I carry a selfie stick. I'm cackling, thinking, Karen, you're trending for all the wrong reasons. The next morning, I wake up to a notification storm. The video's at 1 million views, and my inbox is a war zone of interview requests, memes, and one weirdly aggressive email about lawn ornaments. Local news picks it up, with headlines like, entitled "Woman Slaps Pregnant Shopper in Ohio Mall." Channel 5's anchor, a guy with hair like a Lego piece, calls it a shocking display of entitlement caught on camera. They play the clip, bleeping Karen's "How dare you?" like it's a cuss word. Sarah's watching, half laughing, half horrified. "Mike, we're on TV," she says. I shrug. "Babe, we're on the internet. TV's just catching up." The crowd from the mall's in the comments, posting their own angles of Karen's meltdown. The guy in the Reds cap dubs her slap, "Happy Karen," and it sticks like glue. Memes explode: Karen's face photoshopped onto a boxing glove, her purse as a WE championship belt. Someone remixes the slap with dramatic soap opera music, and I'm wheezing so hard I spill my coffee. I lean into it, posting a follow-up slap: "Happy Karen's in custody, but her purse is still at large. Share your Karen stories below." Phone, TV, laptop. Where you watching from? The internet eats it up, and I'm feeling like the Robin Hood of viral revenge. Sarah and I meet with a lawyer, a sharp woman named Lisa who looks like she could argue a Supreme Court justice. She watches the video, nodding. "This is a slam dunk," she says. "Battery's clear. And with the viral attention, you've got leverage for criminal and civil action." She explains Ohio's laws: misdemeanor battery could mean fines and community service, and a civil suit could hit Karen's wallet harder than her slap hit Sarah. I'm all in, not for the money but to set an example. Nobody slaps my wife and walks away whistling. Karen's lawyer, some guy who advertises on bus benches, sends a letter offering a settlement. $500 and a written apology that reads like it was written by a chatbot with a grudge. Regretfully, Ms. Wilson acknowledges an incident. It starts blaming Sarah for escalating tensions. I read it to Sarah, and we both laugh so hard she snorts her tea. "This isn't an apology," I say. "It's a PowerPoint on gaslighting." Lisa agrees, tossing the letter like it's junk mail. "We're going to trial," she says. "Let's make Karen sweat." I'm picturing Karen in court, her purse demoted to carry on status, and I'm all for it. The viral storm's reshaping the narrative. Reddit's arg entitled People subreddit crowns Karen their villain of the week, with threads dissecting her HOA badge like it's the Rosetta Stone of bad behavior. X is a battlefield of hashtags: "Hey slap happy Karen, fe justice for Sarah, even fef purse of doom." A local radio DJ dedicates a segment to Karen anthems, playing Sweet Caroline, with the crowd shouting, "Slap slap slap." I'm losing it, thinking, Karen, you wanted attention. Congrats, you're a cultural phenomenon. Sarah's handling the spotlight better than me. She's getting messages from strangers, moms, teachers, even a nun, thanking her for standing up to a bully. She's shy about it, but I'm proud enough for both of us. "You're a hero," I tell her, and she rolls her eyes. "I just wanted baby socks, Mike." That's my Sarah. Grounded, even when the internet's building her a statue. I'm the one fanning the flames, replying to comments, keeping the momentum going. Faced a Karen. Spill the tea below. Where you at, Ohio, Florida, or Narnia? Karen's world, meanwhile, is shrinking faster than her blouse in a hot wash. Word spreads that her OA's holding an emergency meeting to discuss her conduct. I'm imagining her neighbors, fed up with her mailbox-colored decrees, finally smelling blood. Her social media's gone private, but not before screenshots of her ranting about disrespectful millennials surface. The irony's delicious. She's 55, not exactly ruling the Roman Empire. I'm not gloating, okay, maybe a little, but this feels like karma with a side of popcorn. The trial's looming and I'm ready to see this through. Sarah's due soon, and I want this behind us before our daughter arrives. The video's not just evidence. It's a rallying cry for anyone who's faced a Karen and felt powerless. I look at Sarah, glowing despite everything, and think, this is for you, for us, for every underdog. The internet's on our side, the law's in our corner, and Karen's about to learn that slapping a pregnant woman doesn't end with a handshake. Game on. Can Karen talk her way out of this one? I'm Mike Thompson, months deep into the saga that started when Karen Wilson, the HOA's resident slap-happy tyrant, decided my pregnant wife, Sarah, deserved a face palm for suggesting she chill out at the Springfield Mall. My viral video of the incident, now at 10 million views and counting, has turned Karen into the internet's favorite villain, dubbed Slap Happy Karen by a Reds-capped genius. Her arrest was just the appetizer. Now we're in court, and I'm ready to serve justice with a side of snark. Sarah's 8 months pregnant, glowing but tired, and I'm here to make sure Karen's entitlement gets a reality check. The courtroom's a wood-paneled time capsule, smelling of polish and regret. Sarah and I sit with our lawyer, Lisa, who's sharper than a tack and twice as pointy. Across the aisle, Karen's with her bus bench attorney, a guy named Gary who looks like he'd sell you a used car and a timeshare in the same breath. Karen's dressed like she's auditioning for a country club, her perm deflated but her purse still a leather fortress. She avoids eye contact, but I catch her muttering to Gary, probably about how she's not a criminal. Lady, the internet and a jury are about to disagree. The prosecution kicks off, led by a no-nonsense attorney named Ms. Carter. She presents the video, projected on a screen like it's the premiere of Karen the Reckoning. The courtroom's silent as Sarah's polite, maybe if you lower your voice, plays, followed by Karen's, how dare you, and the slap that's now a cultural artifact. Jurors gasp. One guy in a plaid shirt shakes his head like he's personally offended. Miss Carter pauses the video on Karen's smug post-slap smirk, letting it sink in. I'm smirking too, thinking, that's your Oscar clip, Karen, and it's not winning Best Actress. Witnesses take the stand. Reds cap guy whose real name is Tom and tracksuit lady, Aka Denise. Tom recounts Karen's purse-swinging tantrum with the flair of a sports commentator. She was waving that thing like it was the Super Bowl trophy. Denise confirms Sarah did nothing but try to de-escalate, adding, I've seen toddlers with better manners. The jury's eating it up and I'm mentally high-fiving them. Karen's lawyer, Gary, objects, calling the testimony inflammatory. The judge, a silver-haired woman with zero patience for nonsense, snaps, overruled. Sit down, counsel. I'm loving her already. Sarah's turn is the emotional gut punch. She takes the stand, hand on her belly, voice steady but raw. She describes the shock of the slap, the fear for our unborn daughter, and how she just wanted to buy baby socks. I didn't expect to be assaulted for suggesting someone lower their voice, she says, and a juror wipes her eyes. Sarah's strength is electric, and I'm so proud I could burst. Gary cross-examines, trying to paint her as confrontational. Didn't you insert yourself into Ms. Wilson's business? He asks. Sarah shuts him down. I asked her to be kinder to a clerk. That's not confrontation, that's decency. The courtroom murmurs approval, and Gary slinks back to his seat. Karen's defense is a masterclass in delusion. She takes the stand, claiming she was provoked and felt threatened by a pregnant woman holding a duck onesie. Gary tries to sell it, arguing Sarah's tone was aggressive and Karen didn't know she was pregnant. Ms. Carter dismantles this faster than you can say. Viral video. So Ms. Wilson, she asks, you're saying a polite suggestion justified assault. Karen stammers, it was a reflex. The jury's not buying it, and I'm thinking reflex. What's next? Claiming your purse has a mind of its own. Gary objects to the video, calling it prejudicial. The judge shuts him down with a line that deserves its own t-shirt. It's evidence, not a movie trailer. The courtroom chuckles, and Karen's face is a mix of rage and resignation. Miss Carter brings in the mall's security footage, which matches my video frame for frame, and witness statements from half the crowd. Karen's story's collapsing like her blouse in a hot wash, and Gary's sweating through his cheap suit. I lean over to Sarah, whispering, this is better than a sitcom. She squeezes my hand, managing a smile despite the tension. I testify last, keeping it simple but sharp. I describe the slap's impact, Sarah's shock, my rage, and the fear for our baby. Karen thought she was untouchable, I say, looking at the jury. But actions have consequences, and I recorded hers. Gary tries to trip me up, suggesting I instigated by filming. So you were vlogging for attention? He asks. I fire back, I was vlogging my wife picking out baby clothes. Karen's the one who turned it into a crime scene. The jury nods, and I'm feeling like I just debugged the world's messiest code. The satires pique Karen now. She's the villain in a comedy of her own making. Her, I'm a respected HOA member. Line gets recycled in court. Earning eye rolls from the bailiff. I'm imagining her trying to find the judge for unapproved facial expressions. The prosecution wraps up, and the jury deliberates for all of 2 hours. They return with a guilty verdict on misdemeanor battery, and the courtroom exhales. The judge sentences Karen to 6 months of community service, cleaning up parks, not bossing them, and $5,000 in restitution to Sarah. Karen's face is a crumpled paper bag, and Gary's muttering about appeals. Good luck with that, buddy. As we leave, I break the fourth wall for the camera in my head. Ever seen a Karen face the music? Drop your stories below. Phone, TV, laptop, where you at? The crowd outside. Yes, there's a crowd, thanks to the viral storm. Cheers as we exit. Lisa's already talking civil suit, but I'm focused on Sarah, who's radiant despite the ordeal. You were amazing, I tell her. She shrugs. I just told the truth. That's my Sarah, heroic without trying. Karen's conviction is the payoff we needed. The internet's celebrating, with Fed justice for Sarah trending and memes of Karen picking up litter in an orange vest. I'm not gloating much, but this feels like a win for every underdog who's faced a Karen and didn't have a camera. The trial's over, but the story's not. Sarah's due soon, and I'm ready for the next chapter, one where Karen's just a bad memory and our daughter's the star. Justice is served, but the story's not over yet. I'm Mike Thompson, fresh from the courtroom where Karen Wilson, the slap-happy show queen, got nailed for battery after smacking my pregnant wife, Sarah, in the Springfield Mall. My viral video, now a 15 million view legend, turned Karen into the internet's favorite punching bag, and her guilty verdict, 6 months of community service and $5,000 in restitution to Sarah, felt like a mic drop. Sarah's 9 months pregnant, radiant despite the chaos, and I'm riding the high of seeing an entitled bully eat humble pie. But life's got one more curveball, and it's juicier than Karen's meltdown. We're home, the nursery decked out with duck onesies and spaceship socks, thanks to Sarah's obsession with tiny clothes. She's nesting like a pro, folding baby blankets with the precision of an origami master, while I'm fielding DMs from strangers calling me slap, happy Karen's kryptonite. The internet's still buzzing. Justice for Sarah's trending, and memes of Karen picking up litter in an orange vest are everywhere. I'm cackling at one where her purse is photoshopped as a garbage bag, captioned, "From HOA to H2 no." I quip to Sarah, Karen's probably serving coffee at the shelter, still demanding to speak to the manager. She laughs, but her eyes say she's ready to move on. Then, our daughter arrives. Sarah goes into labor a week after the trial, and after a whirlwind of nerves and hospital coffee, we welcome Hope. 7 pounds of perfection with Sarah's eyes and my knack for stealing the spotlight. Holding her, I feel the weight of everything. Karen's slap, the viral storm, the trial melt away. Sarah's glowing, even through exhaustion, and I'm thinking, this is what matters. The community rallies around us, dropping off casseroles and baby booties. The mall even sends a gift basket with a note. Improved security training thanks to you. I'm touched, but also smirking. Karen's legacy is better mall cops. The internet's still feasting on Karen's downfall. Reddit's art entitled people has a megathread titled, Slap Happy Karen the Final Smackdown, with users swapping their own Karen stories. X is a carnival of hashtags. Far hope for justice, Fi Carintha can okay she's not in jail, but it's catchy. A local comedian does a bit about Karen's purse as a weapon of mass distraction, and I'm wheezing so hard I wake Hope. I post a quick update. Meet Hope, our new star. Karen's picking up trash, but we're picking up joy. Share your Karen stories below. Where you watching? Phone, TV, laptop. The comments flood in, from Ohio to Australia, proving Karens are a global plague. Then comes the twist, and it's better than a soap opera cliffhanger. I get an email from a woman named Emily. Subject line, I'm Karen Wilson's daughter. I'm bracing for a cease and desist or a sob story, but it's neither. Emily's a social worker mid-30s, and her message is raw. I'm mortified by my mother's actions. I'm so sorry for what she did to Sarah. She explains Karen's entitlement has been a lifelong wrecking ball, straining their family to the breaking point. She's alienated everyone, Emily writes. The HOA was her kingdom. But even they're done with her. I'm stunned. Karen's own daughter is throwing her under the bus. And I'm here for it. Emily shares that she's been pushing Karen toward therapy, hoping to chip away at her. I'm the main character. Syndrome. She's resistant, Emily admits, but losing the trial and her reputation's shaken her. I'm picturing Karen in a therapist's office, arguing the couch's color violates HOA bylaws, and I can't help but chuckle. Emily asks to meet, wanting to apologize in person. Sarah's hesitant. Hope's barely a month old, but she's got a heart bigger than Karen's purse. If she's sincere, Sarah says, I'll hear her out. That's my wife, choosing grace over grudges. We meet Emily at a quiet coffee shop, Hope snoozing in her stroller. Emily's nothing like Karen, no perm, no badge, just a tired warmth. She apologizes profusely, tearing up as she talks about Sarah's pregnancy and Hope. I can't undo what she did, she says, but I'm trying to help her change. I'm skeptical. Karen changing sounds like teaching a cat to fetch. But Emily's genuine. She reveals Karen's community service is humbling her, sort of. She complained the park's trash cans were substandard. Emily says, and we all laugh. The tension breaking. I'm thinking, Karen, even karma can't fix that attitude. The satire's softer now, because Emily's not the villain. Karen is, and her own daughter's calling her out. It's a twist that humanizes the story without letting Karen off the hook. I reflect on the power of standing up, of recording truth. My video didn't just nail Karen. It gave voice to everyone who's faced a bully and felt powerless. Emily's trying to rewrite her mom's story, and while I'm not holding my breath for a Karen redemption arc, I respect the effort. Tell her to keep picking up that trash, I say half joking. Emily smiles. I will. Back home, I'm watching Hope sleep, her tiny fists curled like she's ready to fight the world. Sarah's beside me, and I feel a surge of gratitude. Karen's slap was a low point, but it led to this: community support, a stronger marriage, and a daughter who's already stealing hearts. The mall's safer, the internet's got a new cautionary tale, and I'm a guy who learned that a phone and a grudge can change the game. I break the fourth wall one last time. Face to Karen. Share your story below. What's the most entitled thing you've seen? Tell me where you're watching from. Ohio, Tokyo, or the moon? The viral storm's fading, but its impact lingers. Karen's serving her sentence, probably grumbling about unapproved litter. Emily's fighting for her mom's soul, and I'm rooting for her, even if Karen's a tough case. Sarah and I are focused on hope, our little reminder that good things come from tough times. The world's messy, full of Karens, but it's also full of people who'll stand up, record, and laugh in the face of entitlement. I'm one of them, and with Sarah and Hope by my side, I'm ready for whatever's next. Just don't expect me to stop vlogging.